Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango.
Yes. Hello, Trevor. You all right?
Hiya, mate. Not too bad at all, matey. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. I've been watching. Was it Monday? The Star Trek debacle stream.
What was that?
You know when we were doing First Contact. Was it
Oh,
Monday
right,
or
yeah.
when it
Yeah,
just all went to you? Yeah.
Yeah,
It
well,
was
I've
had its
made a conscious
moments.
thing to calm down now.
It was quite funny in places.
In
To be fair.
places, yeah.
To be fair. To be fair. To be fair. To be fair.
Oh, okay.
That's £100 to you already.
I'd almost forgotten about that, to be honest.
Really?
Mm. You've got a very squeaky chair. Do you want some WD-40 sanding?
Probably. Yeah, you can send me some if you want. Yeah. What have you been up to, my friend? Anything good?
Well, apart from being busy with stuff, managed to get a few films in over the last few days.
What have you been watching? Anything good?
Blade Runner.
Which version, the original or 2049?
Well, obviously not the original. I haven't
version?
got the original. I think.
Has anybody got the original version?
It's well, they used to show it on ITV back in the day, if you remember.
I'm sure they've probably still got it then.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think which version I've got. Whether it's the 1992 director's cut or the 2007 final cut. But anyway, the original one had that voiceover in it, you know, like the screen noir.
I do remember that, yes.
Yeah. Well, apparently that was put in there, so it was easier to follow. Because after the test screenings, a lot of people didn't like it.
Okay.
So Bud Yorkin and Jerry Perenchio hired Roland Kibbe to write that sort of voiceover for Deckard. And according to rumour, I don't know how true this is, but Harrison Ford did it really bad, in a bad style, so the producers would ditch it entirely.
I did not know.
So any version that was released on DVD, I think, which I'm thinking 1992, and actually 1992
they
would have
wouldn't
been
have
VHS.
known. They wouldn't have known about DVD at the time because it hadn't been invented.
Well, it must be a DVD copy of the director's cut.
Okay.
Or it's the final cut I've got. But anything after the initial VHS release, I don't think it's got it on it. I think, there might be some copies floating around. I'm not 100% on that. I'd have to do a bit of research because I wouldn't like to be wrong.
Well, the last version I watched, bearing in mind that there probably was 30 years between the last time I watched it and watching it recently, was the I think there was the unicorn running.
Right, I think that's the director's cut.
With no narration. And with the original Polish subtitles.
Okay.
So it was interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting, to say the least.
Yeah. The ending does me. Because, when they're driving away and there's like those wide-angled scenery shots, do you know where they're from?
Halifax?
No. The Shining. Ridley Scott pinched some...
Fuck off. You're joking.
Yeah. That's in the original ending. Seriously, Ridley Scott used some of Stanley Kubrick's The Shining footage for the original ending.
Again, I did not know.
Yeah. And apparently Blade Runner has a bit of a curse to it.
I'm beginning to realise that, yes.
Well, all the business logos that appear in the film?
Oh, yeah. Pan Am.
Yeah, there's Atari, Pan Am, RCA, Cuisinart, Bell Phones, and apparently they all suffered problems in the years shortly after Blade Runner's release. Apparently Coca-Cola too. And according to Form, members of the Blade Runner production team refer to it as the product placement Blade Runner curse.
So the products was Atari in it,
Mm-hmm.
Pan Am,
Yeah. RCA.
Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
RCA,
Cuisinart. Yeah. And Bell Phones.
and right. What about AT&T?
Quite possibly. But
Yes,
it's
wasn't
weird,
you on the phone?
right? 1983, right?
Have you
That's
seen this,
the
by the
year
way?
after
In
Blade
the
Runner
chat.
came out.
In the chat.
Yeah. Hi,
Unused
Cruel.
foot. Hello, mate.
Footage of The Shining. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Cruel needs to come on one of these before long.
Yeah. Well, can he get on now? Is that a possibility, Cruel?
Cruel, do you want to come on, mate? Let me know if you want to come on, and if you do, I'll throw you the link in the chat. If you don't, it's cool. If you're not quite ready, it's cool. But if you do, if you fancy coming on, I'll put the link in the chat and you just click it, and then once you're on, I'll delete it. Only if you feel, like you want to make. So no rush if you don't
on
want
board.
I have. Oh, right, just bear with me then.
All right.
Well,
it's weird because the year after Blade Runner, there was what they called the big games crash of 1983.
There was.
And Atari took a big hit
E.T.
for that.
E.T. nearly finished it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
and apparently there's an urban legend that there's a landfill, I think
in
Arizona or New Mexico.
I thought it was it Mexico or New Mexico? I can't remember.
It might be New Mexico or Nevada. Not Nevada.
Nevada.
I don't know. Well, anyway,
I'm sure that it's either New Mexico or Mexico.
No, I don't think it's Mexico. I think it might be New Mexico.
Right, but New Mexico.
I'd have to look that up to make sure I'm 100% accurate.
Yeah, because we don't want you to be inaccurate.
No, I don't want.
Yeah, because there's lots of videos on YouTube about it. They're literally just.
There's even a video, if I remember right, by a band called Evergreen, and it's about the ET game.
Yeah, here he is. Cruel's here. Just bear with me.
All right.
Hey, pal. You're right.
Can you hear me?
Yes. We can hear you, laddie.
Hi, look at my bits. Hooray.
All right. How's it going?
Not bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, I'm not bad, mate. How are you? Are you okay? Yes. Just let me delete that. Okay. Put using time. I'm probably going to delete.
Oh, come on. Get your act together.
I'm shit.
I'm all right.
Oh, dear.
I'm shit.
Don't swear.
Sorry. I must not swear. So, Cruel, what you been up to, my friend?
Well, it's funny you should mention that. I watched the Hidden... No?
You watched the... Yeah, go on. Go on, keep speaking.
The Hidden Fortress.
The Hidden Fortress.
All right, the other night.
Do you know what that is, Trev? I have no idea.
I am not aware. Oh, all right. There we go.
And
Kurosawa Samurai Collection. Nice.
That sounds very exotic.
It's not my fault. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima. It's a samurai game, so...
Oh, because you're into your video games, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
God, I'm still on Streets of Rage.
That's a good game.
Back in day, it was. Back in day.
Hey, I've still got a Mega Drive. I like it.
I was always better at the second one, but...
that is the best one, to be honest. Streets of Rage 3. Apparently there's a 4, but it's only... Well, for me, it's only on Xbox One, and I'm still on a 360.
No, it's on the PlayStation Store. I've seen it. I'm pretty sure it's there.
Yeah, I ain't got a PlayStation, though, so...
Oh, well.
Like I say, I'm still on a 360. I'm a video game peasant.
Oh, I'm a video game dinosaur. That's me. I grew up with the Atari, since you mentioned that earlier on.
Oh, still a great console.
It was. I had an Atari ST for a while after that.
Oh, that's a good machine too.
I had an Atari 800 XL.
For a while after that.
which was amazing.
Drop Zone, that's a great game on the Atari 800 XL.
Yeah. Everybody else had either Commodore 64s or Spectrums, and Atari put the prices of the computers to like £130, and I was
Still
lucky enough
back
to
in
get
those
one.
days.
I know.
Do you know something?
quality
I always wanted a Commodore 64. I didn't actually get one till I was 36. And now I've got three.
Better late than never.
What,
Yeah.
Last week.
Hey, I completely... I got one, and it wasn't too clever. And then there was a guy selling one on Facebook locally, and I got that for £5, but it was a non-runner. So I did a bit of homework and a bit of research.
Right.
And a lot of the chips what go in them, you can't get them anymore, but people do like emulations of the chips. So like the SID chip, what does all the sound, you can get one of those.
Okay.
And there's what was the other one? Oh, a PLA chip. That was fond of going. That's been emulated now. I had a problem with the VIC chip. It was either VIC or CIA. I think it was the VIC chip. What does the output for the picture? And there's two different versions. There's like an A and a B version. So I got a B version out of a Commodore 64C. You know, like the last shape they did. You know, where it was all a white case and white keys. Remember that one?
No.
It sort of started. They sort of started making them look like Amigas. You know, the back end of the Commodore 64?
Yes, I remember now, yes.
So that had got a C board in it,
yes,
which was a different pin out. So I had to basically resolder it all and make my own version. So that was quite good. I made it work. I basically hacked it.
I'll just say I have absolutely no idea about any of that.
Sorry, I'm being a bit of a geek.
I would just say with the Atari 800 XL that I've got, it's in the bottom of the wardrobe, and I've always been meaning to get the computer out, see if it works.
Oh.
So I thought I'd have a little look on YouTube, and specifically for the Atari, there's a massive aftermarket in customization even now.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, this machine's nearly 40 years old.
Mm. A lot of machines have still got big followings. The Amiga, for instance, there's like new versions of Amiga OS. People have carried on with it, and they're still making their own versions, and people have started taking them as official releases. And there's lots of great things. Did you ever see the Amiga A1200s, the one that sort of had a bit of a hard drive thing in them?
Yes.
No.
You can get a compact flash adapter to IDE. So basically, you can put a compact flash card inside an Amiga 1200. And there's this software, WHD loader, if I remember right. And you could put virtually every game whatever came out for the Amiga on this compact flash card and just play it straight from inside the machine. It's great. Alien 3 on the Amiga is amazing.
Yeah, same with the Atari. You just get one of these little magic card things, a magic cartridge, put it in the top, you've got everything.
It's like that with the Mega Drive. There's the EverDrive, so you can put everything, every game you can get hold of on an SD card, and then you just need one cart. That's it. And there's a thing called a Cuttle cart for the Atari 2600, and you can do pretty much the same thing. Load all the games onto an SD card, and you can play them straight out.
God, you're a proper fucking geek, aren't you?
I know.
Wow.
And there's an adapter for the Commodores as well. The 16, the VIC-20, and the 64, and the Commodore 128. And I think it's S2IESD. And it basically, you emulate the disk drive. You know, the old disk drives, what you had, the 1540. Was it 1541 or 1548?
No idea.
To get. And it emulates them. And you can, there's loads of stuff. There's games coming out on cartridges. All these things now, what you couldn't get back in the day, you can get everything for now.
Yeah, they're not, very in vogue, aren't they?
And luckily, I've got to meet a lot of the old Spectrum programmer guys.
Oh, okay.
So I go to these events at a place called the Retro Computer Museum at Leicester. And all these guys turn up, and you're like, wow, that's so and so, and he did that game. And I was a big fan of the Wipeout games on the PlayStation 1.
All right,
Remember
yeah.
Wipeout,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wipeout 2097. And it's
Yeah,
like
they
that. The guy who did all the music for that,
They were
I'm
excellent.
friends with him now, And I used to email him back in the day saying, you're a legend, you are, mate. You're a god. And he's still in the game scene. And when I was a little bit poorly, he did a live set at a gig, and he gave me his T-shirt and signed it and
Oh,
everything.
wow.
Still got it. I'll never fit in it.
Because Wipeout was literally the soundtrack game to a generation, wasn't it? Of
Yeah.
ravers.
Well,
That.
Wipeout 2097 had the Prodigy and everything in it.
Yeah, there were two
the-
different soundtracks. There was like a game soundtrack, and then there was like all the big groups doing the soundtrack. You could split it.
I remember the tracks. Remember that with the Prodigy and things like that. I remember that. Yeah.
I think that might have been on just Wipeout, because there was Future Sound of London on there. If
Was
I
it?
remember right.
I can't remember.
I think it might have been the first one. But I was watching. Somebody sent me a link to a video the other day. Somebody made a cinematic quality version of the Wipeout intro. With all the little robots getting the oh god, what were they called?
Vaguely.
Yeah, like the teams like I think it was AG Systems and FISAR. You got all the little robots getting the ships ready. It was amazing. I'll try and find the link.
The PlayStation, those were the days.
Yeah.
Good old days where we didn't give a shit about anything.
No.
Yeah. Happier times.
It was great. And some of the PlayStation games you could literally put in a CD player and listen to the tracks as well, the early ones.
Oh, yeah. Remember that?
I remember doing that. I don't have many PlayStation games left now, though. Not that I can play them.
Somebody gave me an old PS2 the other week because it was knackered. I'm looking forward to getting that working again.
Well, I had the last PlayStation 2 I had was the small one.
Oh, the non-fat.
What was it? The last PlayStation
Slim.
2. It was the mini one, yeah. And that went to my friend, and he had it for years after I did. So it was the longest running PS2 I've ever had. So I kind of miss it now, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
My last one, the laser totally went on it, and I got this adapter, what emulated like the network thingy, what was on it, and you couldn't actually use it on a PS2 fat, and it converts it to an IDE, so you could put a hard drive in.
Oh.
So I did that, and I put a caddy on my main computer, so I could like take it out the PS2. Put it in the computer, load it up with games, and then put it back in the PS2 fat.
Yeah.
Bit of a ball ache, but it's worth it.
Well, the only thing remotely technical like that I did was I replaced my PlayStation 4 hard drive. That's about it, though.
Yeah, I never got past a PlayStation 2, to be truthful.
Well, the PlayStation 3 was interesting because you could it had a very free browser on it, and you could literally visit certain websites, and movies would find their way onto your hard drive somehow
By accident, of course.
Yeah.
It's completely accident. For some reason, the Farce Awakens ended up there, and I don't know how. And my friend literally bootlegged the Last Jedi. Thank goodness.
Oh,
I feel sorry for his dog. The dog
regret that.
the dog had to sit through that movie. It was his first Star Wars film, so I don't know if he's recovered yet. So, have any of us recovered from that stink pile, though? Oh dear.
My last console I bought was a 360, Xbox 360.
Yeah,
I still have one. It's in the cupboard. I literally have no working control pad for it at this moment. So
I've got games that I've not even opened, like Halo Reach.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, that's all right.
Because basically, I only bought it for Halo because I love Halo.
Well, My friend was a sneaky bugger when he got his original Xbox. He showed me his games, and I had seen in the shops Halo and Knights of the Old Republic. And, when he showed me those games, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to get one of those then. And that was the only time in history, I think, that I had 3 consoles of the same generation at the same time. Never again have I done that. So, PS2 and Xbox, and then what did I have? 360 and PlayStation 3.
I was interested in the PlayStation 3, the first generation one, because it was backwardly compatible for a little while.
It was. If you had the original 60 gigabyte PlayStation 3, you could get it updated to play older games, but I never did. So I sold it because I was bored. There was no games out for it at the time, and I had tons of games for the Xbox 360. So as fate would have it, I ended up getting another one later on. But at that point, it was too late. They changed the updates and stuff. So and we of course did not have the internet at the time. So
I always remember when I got the 360, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Right. Yeah.
And I managed to tether the console through my PowerBook at the time because I didn't have a Wi-Fi adapter. So playing that online was just fucking amazing.
I never played Call of Duty.
Amazing.
I never played that one. I never played that one online. I didn't play any of the Call of Duties online until Black Ops and Black Ops 2. And I kind of sucked at it. So
this would have been like 2007, 2008. God, it was amazing.
Yeah, I played the original Call of Duties like that for the campaign. Getting to play as the SAS, that's always a good laugh. So I had a lot of fun with that, and my pal did as well. So
what console you got at the moment, Corral?
I'm literally looking at my PlayStation 4. It's just sitting behind the laptop. So this is a PlayStation 4 Pro. I did have a Batman Arkham Knight PS4, but the disk drive broke. Right. So that is actually with a friend of mine now. But what was really annoying was months after I got the Batman PlayStation, did they not just come out with a Darth Vader one?
Oh, shit.
So if the disk drive had broken on that would have gone to my pal. So, and I'd still be stuck here with this just standard PS4 Pro, which I've had for 2 years, maybe 3, I'm not sure. And I've got a ton of games. The newest one being Ghost of Tsushima, right, which I finished the other day for the first time, actually. So it's good. It's got me in the samurai craze. It's probably just as well it wasn't Red Dead Redemption I was playing, because then I would go nuts and watch all my Clint Eastwood movies. I think I've got about 18 of those or something like that.
Have you been playing lots of games on lockdown then?
Yeah. Well,
has it been keeping you going?
Life hasn't changed all that much, to be brutally honest. Gaming I did a lot of. My Assassin's Creed Odyssey is set in ancient Greece, so I got that last year, maybe about this time last year, and I think I sank about 130 hours into that, and I still haven't finished it. Wow. I'm probably going to have to go back and finish that. But it's quite good. I like the ancient Greece setting.
Demon Scythe says, this is totally alien to me. Horizon Zero Dawn in HDR on PS4 Pro.
Right.
I assume you understand. You know what that means?
Possibly.
Swap Shop, if you want to come on, there's a link in the chat, mate, if you want to come on.
What was I going to say? Horizon Zero Dawn, I think, was going cheap digitally on the PlayStation Store for a while. I've never played it, but I heard good things about that one.
Right. And are you interested in PS5 now, isn't it?
Am I interested in PlayStation 5? Not particularly. I don't know. It's the state of gaming with games being cut to bits and sold back at DLC and stuff. It just doesn't do it for me. I'm guilty of it myself, of course, but it's kind of naff. And you've got the woke stuff as well. So,
has woke come into gaming as well?
I think it's coming. I mean, why wouldn't it? It's in everything else, isn't it?
Well, it seems to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
We think there's a second wave of woke coming as well, because of Biden getting in.
Oh, he can barely manage the stairs.
Yeah. Oh, God. Have you seen some of the videos? And I've been watching Sky News Australia.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched any of the Sky News. I've been watching Alex Belfield. I know you've mentioned him a few times.
I watch Alex as well. If you want to watch, they don't pull any fucking punches.
No.
And
he hasn't had his door kicked in this week yet.
No.
No, he hasn't. No, he's been all clear. In fact, he did an update video, I think it was either yesterday or today, in which he said that basically nothing's happened. He hasn't heard a peep.
Oh dear, that's when he should start worrying.
Not a peep. So he's rightly wanting to just get them into court, of course, and then it can get sorted out that way.
I received on email tonight a link to it's from the BBC, a questionnaire asking, what do you think of the BBC?
Don't ask.
Right, just bear with me, boys. Matt's here.
What do you think of the BBC?
Matthew, you're on.
Hello, gentlemen. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good evening.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Clem Fandango here. Can you hear me?
Yes. I'm actually doing the painting of the ceiling while I'm doing this and holding my phone instead of using my mic and computer. That's a first.
Is it a roller or a brush?
It's a roller.
Gonna splatter bits and bobs everywhere.
Are you sure it's safe?
It looks like my kitchen currently looks like it's been festooned with a gangbang from about 15 gay blokes from the local toilets.
The local toilets.
Is it gloss or is it matte?
That's funny.
Hilarious. It's Matt Trev.
Good. Thank you. And just for the record, I am not funny.
Well, we know that.
I know.
I'm holding my phone with one hand and painting with the other. It's ridiculous.
Can you just not stop for 5 minutes?
Well, put the brush down.
Put the brush down, yeah.
I'm multitasking. Don't stop me now.
It's dangerous. I don't want you to have a accident live on air.
You don't want to end up looking like a skunk and having white paint down your back.
But it is proof that men can actually multitask. So we're breaking boundaries.
Not very well.
Controversial. It's getting a bit too spicy in here for me.
Yeah, I look like my face has been pebble dashed by white paint, so I look a bit peculiar.
I'm saying nothing.
It is paint, I promise.
Oh, right.
We didn't think anything else, Matt.
Good. I was just going to say, I was listening earlier on when I said Horizon Zero Dawn. Cruel really desperately needs to play that game. For God's sake, get it now. Get it, play it.
Okay, I'll get it.
And make sure you've got an HDR setting on your TV because it really makes a difference.
Oh, no, I don't know. My telly's about 7 or 8 years old.
Oh, bugger. Well, you've got an HDR feature on your PS4.
I know, yeah, I've seen it, yeah. My newest piece of tech is my phone. It's a year old.
Yeah. It's good for everybody, isn't it, really?
Everything else is as old as the hills here. So
I know that feeling, but retro's cool as far as I'm concerned, and which is why I haven't invested in the next generation of consoles like PS5 or the Xbox X series, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I have bought instead. I spent £200 on a retro console.
Is that working yet?
It works.
That's right. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that a while back. Yeah.
It does work. I've just not had a chance. I've got a method of how to get the games on it and stuff. I've just not had a chance to sit down and actually do it yet because of A, writing, and B, decorating.
Weren't you waiting to hear back from the dude that gave you it or something?
Yeah, he never got back to me in the end. But what I did do was I went onto Facebook, got some help from people on there that have had a similar experience, and so I've now got a plan of action, which is good. At least I know I can get it going.
All right.
But I can't wait because of because I was listening to you guys talk about Atari and Commodore 64 and Amiga and ST. All of those games on one tiny little Game Boy handheld system. I just it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I can hear Trev fapping one off in the background.
Well, he's just gone. You've frightened him off.
Oh, he's doing it. He's still doing it. He's listening and he's fapping away in his cupboard. I can hear him.
I think it's the shitty PC that cuts off when it gets warm, we think.
I'll tell you what's creating
unless if we've pissed him off.
Well, you know what they say, it's better than being pissed on.
It is, mate. It is.
I'm a fan of golden showers, but I mean, who is really?
So, Cruel, you kind of know what we like watching. So, what are you watching? What are you watching at the moment?
Well, like I said, I watched The Hidden Fortress the other day. Beyond that, that's about it, really. I've been just pottering around with the PS4, watching the occasional YouTube and such. That's basically it.
Yeah,
have you been locked in then, or locked down?
Well, I mean, I can go out, but I don't think we're allowed to go to the city.
Right.
If you know what I mean. I think we're restricted to Aberdeenshire here, you see. So I think that's what's happening. I don't know.
Were you on furlough or anything like that?
No. I was unemployed anyway. So.
Oh, okay.
People keep asking me, have you got a job? Have you got a job? And I'm like, no, but if I did, I probably would have lost it by now. Yeah. So, you know how it is. I've worked security, so I spoke to a pal of mine, and even he's had a few problems getting work with that. He would, what's it? He does. He's down the shore, so he does something with gate guarding with the boats that come in, or something like that. So, he hasn't had a lot of work either. I think he's been doing odds and ends here and there and making a bit of money.
The hospitality needs to start firing up again, because that's what keeps the economy moving, isn't it?
I think so.
Hey, Trev.
The dude that was in charge of Witherspoons was talking about vaccine passports to get in, and then he's backpedaled on that. So I don't know what the heck was going on there.
You've had your first jab, haven't you?
I did. I had my first jibby-jabby. I wasn't going to get it, and then I decided just to get it. The AstraZeneca one was the one I got, and of course now they're saying that people under 30 should not get the AstraZeneca. I'm like, oh great, what about me? I've just had one. Why don't you just give me a lethal injection next time? It's a bit nuts.
Matthew,
you get a free copy of Windows 11 with the jab.
You do. You do.
Oh well, that's good.
Have you got your 5G installed now?
Yeah.
I've got 5G now. Trev, have you installed with 5G yet?
No, I'm quite happy with 4.
It doesn't need to grow an extra limb.
Yeah, that was basically it. I got that first one, and my mother's got her second one in a couple of weeks, I think.
How old's your mother?
She's 78.
Ooh,
so
fair play.
78, and I'm not sure when I'll get my second one. I don't
thought
know.
you should have had both by now. I thought you should have
No.
both by now.
No. We had to go down to a hotel in the ballroom to get ours. So it was very disappointing that they didn't put on a bit of food and a pint.
A spread.
You know, no food, no steak. It's like, what? Couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
But that was that.
Yeah, I had to go. I was at a squash club.
Oh,
I think it was the first time I'd actually spoken to anybody in a year.
oh,
Can I just ask a question, Mr. Brown?
you just
Of
did.
course.
Was it Kiora?
Nice.
Was it Kiora?
Fred, you went there. Oh God.
Sorry. It
I
said
was going to
squash
ask him
club.
that anyway. Oh, I was going to ask him that myself. And I just opted not to because I just thought, don't do it.
Well,
yourself.
I have to let the side down. It's
I
mandatory.
don't think I'm firing on the same level as you lot.
Oh.
Is it because of your injection?
Yeah, it must be the coof gone to my head.
Oh dear. It's not that bad, is it?
Are you? I think Trev, because you're so quick.
Oh,
Too quick.
No,
You're far too quick for me.
no.
Yeah, just have to admit it.
And it's quite tricky when, as I've said many times, when you're doing the presenter bollocks.
Yeah, but I'm not. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I am, you silly bastard. Oh shit!
Oh.
Sorry, I swore.
Stop swearing.
Sorry, it's not good, is it? Swearing, is it?
Anyway, I've changed my avatar because I watched a couple episodes of the Terrorhawks last night.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Windsor Davies. That's it. Yeah.
I know. What a guy.
Yeah.
I thought
That's it.
from this tiny little screen, I thought it was Captain Mannering.
Lovely, lovely boy.
Aye.
Captain Mannering.
Yes, sir. That's right.
boys. Stroll on. Come on, Geek Sweet. Such a midget. I loved it how Zeroids have their own little personalities.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
great.
It's getting
Genius.
remade. You know that, don't you?
No,
What?
Terrorhawks.
Yeah, it's getting remade.
Oh, is it going to be CGI?
probably.
Probably.
It'll be what they did with Thunderbirds, won't it?
Well, that's right. They did the CJ Thunderbirds a couple of years ago, wasn't it? It wasn't that bad, but
Yeah, it
looked
wasn't.
great. But it was a bit woke, wasn't it?
A friend of mine, I think he does a voice in the Thunderbirds one now. I think he's Brains,
okay.
and it's the same
Really?
guy. Yeah, he does.
I know the one. It's that.
He's the voice of Penfold as well on Danger Mouse,
Yes.
Bloody hell.
Ah.
and he was in Star Wars: The Phantom Menace.
Oh, really?
Explain that.
He was Axe Mo in the the scene, the Imperial Senate.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
He was one of the characters. He got a speaking role.
Maybe one of the delegates or something on the
Yeah,
or senators.
yeah. I might have to look it up. Axe Mo, anyway, his character's name. I must speak to him about a couple of times a month, and he always tells me about it, and it's just great.
Is he a comedian?
No, he's
Oh, I must be getting mixed
He's
up.
a
then.
voiceover. He's a voiceover artist. He's on Go Jetters as well. A guy called Mark Silk.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar. Not familiar with him. I don't think.
In fact, he voiced an advert for me the other day for a pizza shop.
I'll tell you how awful the Phantom Menace was, right? I went to the pictures and saw that about 4 times. Yeah. It was so awful. I just had to see it repeated times. I had a cinema pass at the time with my pal, so we just fell in time to see a couple other movies, and we just saw the Phantom Menace again. You know,
Do you know,
it was that awful.
There's only 2 films that I went to see at the pictures, and I went again and again and again. That was for Star Trek 6.
And Blade Runner.
No. And First Contact.
First Contact was good.
That was good at the cinema.
I haven't seen that in the cinema. The last movie I saw in the
With Big
cinema
Raven.
was Suicide Squad. That's the last movie I saw in the cinema.
Do you know, I can't actually remember the last film I saw. It might have been...
Unhinged for me.
I think it was Episode 9. Star Wars.
Which is that then? That's the
Ruse. The Ruse of Skywalker. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. The one I was sat there gritting my teeth at going, oh, this is pants. And
Haven't seen
everybody... And when something came on and it was fan service or cheesy, the entire...
I think his computer's melting again.
I thought it was me.
Shitty PCs. Trev, you really do need to get some liquid cooling on that computer, mate.
No, I haven't seen the Rise of Skywalker, but a friend of mine went to the cinema at Christmas. They got a cinema pass for Christmas, and they went to see it there. And he said it was the best Star Wars film in the sequel trilogy, and I'm like, that's not very hard to do at this point.
I think if that had been the first Star Wars film, minus the Palpatine bollocks, it might have been acceptable. What do you think, Matt?
Probably no. What you mean, episode 9?
Yeah, as Force Awakens.
Oh, Force Awakens, yeah. But just for some weird reason, I was thinking about the Rise of Palpatine. I don't know why.
Yeah, the Palpatine thing was Palpatine. It was. Matt, we can't hear you, Matt. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No!
I was shouting across the kitchen. I was just saying.
Live streaming and decorating do not go.
No, they don't. But,
and a shitty PC owned by Trev.
It's a shambles, isn't it? It's complete shambles.
It is, but funny thing is, the First Contact shambles the other night. I thought that was a proper fucking shambles, and then you view them back, and you think that's not too bad actually. Trev, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, mate. Yes, I've had to resort to my phone.
Oh, cool that you're doing it now.
Why is the computer not having it?
I think we've got a thermal issue.
That sounds hot.
The computer. It's not your lass, is it? She hasn't got a thermal issue, has she?
Oh, yeah. I should be so lucky. So I am here.
In spirit.
And Johnny Walker.
I was going to say half a bottle of vodka, yeah.
We were talking about fucking Rise of whatever it was.
That's right.
Yeah.
Was it a load of old bollocks?
Pretty much.
I think one of the things that, if it could be considered praise, was just the fact that Ian McDiarmid was great as Palpatine. That's not hard, but beyond that, it was a load of rubbish, from what I hear.
Yeah, he probably would have looked at it. Well, a little bit of a payday for doing fuck all. Here we go. So at least somebody, some good came of it for somebody.
There were so many rumours about who the bad guy would actually be. Was it Darth Plagueis? Was it the son of Mortis from the Clone Wars? And there was just such an interesting ideas, And then it's just
Matt Smith was.
At least it wasn't David Icke.
David Icke. Oh.
Yeah, Matt Smith got the brunt end of it, didn't he?
He did, yeah. I think they shit-canned him just before he did anything. So I don't know if they attach actors to these things and then don't use them. Just maybe before anybody else snatches them up or something.
He was in one of the many alternate endings, wasn't he?
What's that?
It was what Matt. Sorry,
he was in one of the many alternate endings that they filmed and then decided on by committee later on.
Yeah, because there was a fan made picture of Matt Smith as the son, wasn't there?
Yes, that's right.
That was pretty cool. That was a decent part of the Clone Wars, and I never did see the finale of the Clone Wars.
Me neither. What, the recent one?
The recent one, I haven't seen it. So
anything under Disney now, I just don't want to watch it.
no, that's a big no for me. Every single time there was talk about the Mandalorian and this is happening and that is happening, and I'm like, ooh, and then there's something, nah, you know. And of course, as we all know, that Gina Carano was booted. So
that was the last straw for me. That was. I was giving them like the odd little chance here and there up till then, and that was it. I was just like, no, nothing. That's it. I'm done.
Yeah, that's the same as me. I try and avoid Disney like the plague at this point. I think it's very difficult though with their little fingers and so many different little pies.
There's nothing on TV to watch apart from Disney stuff.
Mm.
Well, there's plenty of good things out there if you look for them.
Yeah, probably have to download stuff and yeah.
Oh, there's stuff like Resident Alien and Barry, and a show that someone told me about the other day as well. Future Man as well. Problem told me about.
I watched the first season of Future Man a few years ago. It was all right, but I never got around to seeing the other seasons.
I've just heard of you guys talking about these things. I wouldn't know anything about them.
Have you?
So what's this Future Man about then?
It's about this. Is it like a
Man
game
from the future?
or? Yeah, it's kind of like a guy is like the savior of the world, and it's the people from the future who are. Do they come back to protect him, Matt, or something like that?
Yeah, well, basically, it's a little bit like The Last Starfighter, and he even says it in the trailer for the show as well.
Yeah.
He's like he's just basically a nobody, but he's really good at playing this one particular video game. And it turns out it's a training simulation for.
So it's The Last Starfighter. Yeah,
I was going to say it is The Last Starfighter.
They come back in time and tell him this, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here! You just told me about The Last Starfighter." What? So they obviously acknowledge the fact that it's, directly ripped from The Last Starfighter, but that's the principle of it. But it's a lot of time traveling going on as well. So they shift backwards and forwards through time because they have to try and kill this guy. Or their objective is to kill this guy who created the cure for I've forgotten what it was now, some disease or other.
Yeah. Was that the Keith
Kung
David?
Flu.
Similar, yeah.
No,
Yeah, I didn't realise how relevant Future Man is.
Well, yeah. But the trailer makes it look amazing. I wouldn't mind seeing it now after watching the trailer. Look up the link on you. Look up Future Man trailer on YouTube, Trev, and you'll probably be intrigued.
It's I think it's about 10 30-minute episodes per season, so
Right.
it's not a deep dive of a watch. It's kind of like 30 minutes, perfect. It's very tongue-in-cheek, but bear in mind
It sounds like it laughs at itself, which I think
it does. Yeah,
is cool.
it's Seth Rogen's posse who made it.
No.
Right.
So I remember it being not bad, but bearing in mind this was about 4 years ago when I watched it. Plus I was on the turbo trainer while doing the cycling. So, but I remember it as being relatively not bad. So yeah, go for it.
In the light of the woke plague and COVID,
There'll be no woke in it.
Probably
Yeah.
great, isn't it?
Yeah, pre-woke. I don't know what the other two. I think there was 3 seasons altogether. I think there was, but
Pretty sexy.
sorry.
The girl in the show looks pretty sexy.
Oh yeah, she was very nice. Yes.
There you go, Trev.
I'll check that one out. It sounds pretty
Future Man. There's lots of cameos in it as well.
Trev, have you seen the what's it called? That thing with Katniss Everdeen in it. That series of movies.
The Hunger Games.
good. Oh,
Nah.
Hunger Games, yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, the main character, the main guy in it, the main actor plays Peter in it.
I haven't seen them.
Oh well.
Same here.
After seeing the contents of what's her name? Oh, crikey! Remind me, what's her name? Jennifer Lawrence. After seeing the contents of her phone online, I just can't look at her in the same light anymore.
Well, that's right. Yeah, there was leaks or something, wasn't there? Yeah, I remember that. I didn't see them.
I thought you'd seen a porn video.
No. Quite tidy, but
Matthew, we can't hear you.
What's that, mate?
Matthew, you're killing the stream.
Why?
Makes a change from me.
That's normally Trev's job.
Yeah, I'm lowering the tone, you mean? Yes, of course.
Yeah, come on. For the last 10 minutes, can you at least put your mouth in front of whatever your mic, please?
It's been awkward. I'm twisting round and talking to you and then going back to my business.
Do it. Do it now. Will it not wait for 10 minutes?
I can do both. I've figured out I can actually do both.
You need a headset or a Bluetooth earpiece.
Well, I'm just using the laptop microphone here, so I've just got these.
Yeah, sounds fine, mate.
Normal earphones.
Yeah, sounds fine.
Do you know what I'm looking forward to?
The apocalypse.
No, nobody.
Oh,
Have
yes.
you seen the trailer?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
that's
that.
Better Call Saul, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a follow-on from John Wick. It's in that same universe.
Oh, wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
They're related. Nice one.
Well, no,
I've only seen the
I don't
first
think they're
two.
related, but it's set in that universe. He's a
Wick
former
3
auditor.
is amazing.
Was it good? Was it? Mark
Fucking
Dacascos was in that. I saw that. I saw the trailers and bits and bobs. I haven't actually seen it.
Superb.
I've got to admit, I do like the John Wick films.
Same
Well, here's the problem. I don't know how many of them they're going to make. Therefore, I haven't bought them yet.
I know they're making 4.
I heard that, yeah.
Well, they can do 4 and 5 back to back.
Well, hang on a minute. Keanu
Well, then
Reeves is tied up doing Matrix 4.
Yeah, but then the Matrix popped on the scene, didn't it?
That's going to stink, I think.
Oh,
That's made anyway. I'm sure that's made. That was going to be coming out, but the Coof has fucked all that.
You know, it's going to be all about like transgender issues and stuff. Isn't it?
Oh no!
more than likely.
What,
That's
Decepticons or Autobots?
Let me think. No, neither. It's Maximals and Predacons.
Deceptitrons. There you go.
Careful, boys, because for saying such things, the channel can be naughty-naughted. That's what it's got to, you see.
I only mentioned Transformers.
That's an offence, isn't it?
It's the algorithm, though. It'll pick it up, mate.
All right, then. Optimus Prime versus Megatron. We'll leave it at that.
Let's just go back to basics. Perfect.
When in doubt, just blame me.
You are the newcomer.
It's my fault. It's all my fault.
Cruel, you're going to fit in well here, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Rogues Gallery.
Yeah, you're going to fit in well. So you've not watched Wick 3?
Not yet, no.
Neither.
Oh, it's a great film.
I know that Mark Dacascos is in it. I saw bits and pieces of Mark Dacascos in it. He did an interview with Scott Adkins, I think it was, on Scott Adkins' channel.
Yeah.
Talking about the art of action and things like that. I watched a few of his videos. So, aye.
Yeah.
That was good.
The set pieces, I could just describe them as, it's like ballet. It's just fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, let's see how Bill Odenkirk shapes up, because that film looks absolutely awesome.
I was told on that trailer. That was great.
So is that an action film as well then?
Yeah, like I said,
is,
it's based in the John Wick universe.
Right.
And it's Bill Odenkirk. He's married, 2 kids, got his own house. And the premise is he gets broken into. He knows he could probably tear this guy limb from limb, but he doesn't, because he's trying to keep himself off the radar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then things kind of spiral from that, and his old life starts catching up with him, I think.
So he's like an agent or something?
It was called an auditor, The last person you ever see.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, that's his words anyway.
Is this?
But he's got
is
a
it-
panic room in his basement.
It's
Oh.
out at the cinema, isn't it?
It
Are they
says
st- are they streamed?
April, I think. I don't know, but I would actually pay to see that.
I would as
Yeah.
well. He's lost a lot of weight,
Does it-
isn't he?
Yeah, and he looks quite buff,
Yeah, he does.
even though he's
You believe
slimmed
it?
down.
I believe him, definitely.
Yeah. Bear in mind, the cinemas are not going to be open here for another month yet, are they?
Yeah, I hope they
Who
stream it,
knows?
because I
Who
would
knows?
actually pay.
Fuck.
You know, we got a new cinema here in town last year. I think it was. It was open in October, and it was open for a couple of months, and then it was closed again.
Jesus.
You know, it was really hilarious because the cinema opened up in where what used to be the Gala Bingo,
Yeah.
and prior to the Gala Bingo, there used to be a cinema. Worked that
Right.
out.
Right.
I don't recall ever seeing anything in the first cinema that was there. My first memory of the cinema might be Return of the Jedi, actually. Not too sure about
Nice.
that, but aye, it's sitting empty and closed just now next to a Brewdog, which is also closed because we can't get to the pub. Not that I would go to the pub, but
It's so fucking depressing.
that is
Do you want to know an
Uh,
irony? I work above a pub.
right.
The landlord has not had any beer since lockdown,
Christ.
Right.
so he hasn't even offered us a drink. Not that I would anyway when I'm working, but
It's funny you should say that. In one of my stints doing security work, I was in a rat-infested hellhole of a place. I was going to say something else,
What,
but I thought, no, just out the road here. It was at the industrial
Ripley.
estate, just out the road, and the power stopped working for one wee while, and
Yeah.
my mate and I. We weren't doing shifts at the same time, but we thought, right, we're not going back in there until they get that fixed. So we did shift work till maybe like 10 o'clock. When the sun went down, it started getting cold. One of my mates came up past, and he had this bottle of cherry Lambrini wine. Now, not only it was that particular evening, the first evening I've ever had cherry Lambrini wine, it was also the first time I've ever drank on duty.
Oh dear.
And yeah, that was a great hangover, I can tell you.
You didn't
It
lose
was-
your job then?
No, it was the only time I ever drank on duty, and
Right.
they didn't care anyway. So this is how much they cared, by the way. My friend and I were there for about maybe 5 years, near 5 years, and they went through to the office because the place got sold. That's why they never fixed it, because it was for sale, you see.
Yeah.
They didn't have to fix it. So we went through to the office in Aberdeen, and we basically got fired because they offered us positions that we couldn't theoretically have gone to, via travel and such. I couldn't drive at the time. So they fired us. And about a month or so later on, the manager was arrested and jailed for smuggling cocaine in the vans.
Fuck.
Yeah, smuggling coke in the vans going up
Jeez.
from Glasgow to Aberdeen. We were like,
We're not talking Coca-Cola.
no. The stuff that Tony Montana likes,
Marching
that's-
powder.
that stuff, yes. Big pile of talcum powder, let's put it that way.
oh, I know what you're talking about. The Lindsay Lohan powder puff.
Ah, yeah, she's had a few problems with that, hasn't she?
Right, guys. We're going to call it a draw in 1 hour. Yeah. It's always a funny time coming on at 9 o'clock. So I just wanted to do an hour I'm trying to get back into it. And I know we kind of put you on the spot, Cruel. So thanks for popping
That's
on.
all right.
I think if we, looking at it, I think 8:30, and then that gives you a little bit of leeway to do 90 minutes. I think we've kind of decided 1 hour or 90 minutes is ideal. So an hour is kind of ideal for podcasty stuff. So yeah, so we're going to call it a draw. So Trev, thanks for coming on, mate.
Thank you for having me, mate.
Sort that computer out.
Yeah, with the sledgehammer.
Demon Scyther, you safe there, mate?
Yeah, thank you for not having me, but inviting me on.
Yeah, anytime, mate. You know you're welcome. Cruel, Channel Virgin, thank you, sir.
Thank you for having us. It was great to be on. Finally, I have arrived.
It's always a little bit kind of nerve-wracking the first time you get blooded for yourself and for me. So anytime you want to come on, mate, you let me know, yeah?
No worries. Just keep us posted, and then we'll see how we go.
Yeah, we've got to keep busy and keep our minds occupied and, have a bit of fun. So
yeah.
Everybody in the chat, Brian Young. Brian, we need to see you on here with Ruin Johnson before long. Once I've kind of got my mojo back, we'll get back into it, lads. So all I can say is cheers, lads. And right at the last minute, timing is everything.
Yeah. Sklav.
Timing is everything. We'll leave the last word to... It's ahoy and goodbye. Where you been? Sklavco, we're going. See you later, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Cheers. Bye.
See ya.